Now, when it opened a year ago, the Iqra Academy in Peterborough was the first ever secondary school for Muslim girls in this region. And Look East went to meet some of the students.
They came from as far away as London and they were all looking forward to an exciting year. So how did it go? This end-of-year report is from Emma Ball.
It's end-of-term sports day at the Iqra Academy and the end of its first ever academic year. Rewind 10 months and it was a nervous first day for pupils who had been in regular schooling. Now they look back on the changes.
But when you're here, everyone's in the same situation, so you've got support in every way. Also in things like putting your headscarf on, and if there's any problems you have Islamically, you've got someone to help you, not someone who's just as clueless as you are, so.
I improved a lot in education. I like the teachers here and the children, they're really nice. And the people that teach us here, even though they're strict, but we do learn something out there, and they give us a lot of homework.
Mums say they chose the school for a number of reasons.
It's got Islamic studies, which I think is the best, which I did not learn. I never got that opportunity, and my daughter's quite confident with that, and even history, Islamic history.
She's improved academically. She's had more support from the teachers compared to what she was getting from a state school.
The academy has 27 girls aged from 11 to 13. Teachers insist they're not isolated from the rest of the community.
Recently we've done is citizenship with Islamic education. So we're linking what is a citizenship and how it actually fits in with the Islamic model, and how we actually are living in Britain, which is part of our country, and how we should be actually working with everyone who is based here.
The school plans to expand by a year group every academic year, getting ready for first GCSEs in 3 years' time. Emma Ball, BBC Look East, Peterborough.
Now, the giant hangars still dominate the skyline, and once upon a time, the village of Cardington near Bedford was famous for building airships.
You can see the hangars for miles, a reminder of just how spectacular those old flying machines must have been. Now, a very different type of airship will be built there. It'll be the biggest aircraft in the world, and the contract to build it is worth $500 million.
Is this the future of wartime spying? An airship devised and built in Bedfordshire, bought by the American military to spy on the Taliban in Afghanistan. Hybrid Air Vehicles in Cardington has just 11 months to build it. Last year the company turned over £5 million. The deal for this aircraft, $100 million.
So we're going from a core team of about 20 people to over 100 people inside of 90 days. So it's a very exciting time.
The aircraft will be 6 times bigger than this scale model. It'll be vast, the size of a football pitch, bigger even than the Airbus 380. In fact, when it's finished, it will be the world's largest flying object. Airships have fallen out of fashion since their heyday in the 1920s, when the Cardington hangars housed the R101. There have been some commercial flights from Cardington in recent years, but the US defence deal is a big step forward. At the moment, the military relies on fixed-wing drones, which fly for just a few days. But test flights of this scale model impress the Americans because it can stay in the air unmanned for up to 3 weeks, acting like a spy satellite.
It has sensors on board, which the US government are going to put on board, which allow it to observe and monitor activities on the ground to a very high resolution. Which will enable them to detect the positioning of IEDs.
Another local firm, Blue Bear Systems, is developing the autopilot. Hundreds of millions of American dollars ploughed into this corner of Bedfordshire to build the future spies of the skies. Joel Mapp, BBC Look East, Cardington.
Well, it's time for the weather now, and yeah, we certainly got some rain, didn't we, Jim?
Yeah, you wouldn't want to be in the sky in an airship today, you know. It predicts some very heavy thunderstorms, particularly in